Testing. Can you hear me? Thank you for telling me. Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Audio output. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you for telling me. Okay, I just messed up a lot of footage then. That sucks. That really sucks. I just messed up my footage big time. Dang. That's rough. Let's see. Can you... Bro's too low? You said it's too low? Oh man, I can't make it any louder. Hang on. Too low. Can you... Bro's too low? Too low. It's a little better now. I don't have any way to change the volume. Hang on. Yeah, I don't have any way to change the volume. That sucks. Wait, actually, can I? Okay, maybe this is better. Okay, let me, okay, testing. 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 Testing, testing. That's a bit better, right? I think that's better. Okay, so volume's better. I need to test the game audio. I need to make sure that that you can hear the game. Okay, I'm testing the game audio now because there should be game audio too. Hang on. Okay. Okay, now I'm testing game audio. Oh, is everybody coming to watch the fight? Oh my goodness. Everybody's coming to watch the fight. Come on, get me some music. I need music to test my audio. There we go. He's already worn out. The tails barely do you justice. That was super. Thank you. I appreciate your help. There we go. Blank Pa. Blank Pa. Oh, you're Pa, aren't you? Thank you, Pa. You have bested me. I yield. Okay, let me check the audio here. Da-na-na-na-na. Thank you, Pa. Okay, fantastic. Pa 2 from Albion. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just noticed. It's great to hear from you again, Pa. I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody over there is doing well. My friends from Greece. That was incredible. We beat them both at the same time. We knew you couldn't lose, Will. None can defeat the Guardian of Eorzea. Now I see why they send you to deal with the primals. I have much work to do if I never do attempt the same. Everybody's celebrating. Impressive as always, well, until 'tis ever a pleasure to witness the spectacle of your martial prowess. And judging by the smiles on these many faces, they too appreciate the hard-won strength that keeps the perils of the realm at bay. Guardian of Eorzea. Yes, that is a most fitting title. Do you recall when we first met? 'Twas at the memorial service for the Battle of Cartano. At the time, I was yet attempting to understand this land of Eorzea. I sought to grasp the reason why Grandfather willingly sacrificed himself to protect it. I shall speak plainly. My initial impressions were less than favorable. Dire problems abounded, and yet the effort I saw expended towards their solution was haphazard and half-hearted. I thought Eorzeans a foolish and childish people. Considering the shambles their home was in, I would not have been surprised if some had chosen to swear allegiance to Gaius and the order he proposed to enforce. The legatus' single-minded military invasion precluded any such switching of loyalties, of course. Were it not for a desire to continue Grandfather's legacy, I would have abandoned the realm to its fate long ago. The threats were too many, the nations too self-involved and unstable. "'Twas you who convinced me the salvation of Eorzea was possible. 'Twas you who taught me, through countless acts of bravery, that what my grandsire sought to preserve was not the land, nor its history, nor any single nation. It was the people, these wonderful, oft-infuriating, stubborn people that suffer blow after terrible blow, only to drag themselves back to their feet to face another day. Though he never put such feelings into words, I believe Grandfather's admiration for this inextinguishable courage grew into a fervent wish, a wish to aid Eorzea and its inhabitants in charting a course for the future. A wish that has now become my own. I too will endeavor to take up the mantle of Guardian of Eorzea and champion these people who toil towards a better world. Our cause, however, is not a simple one. The troubles that plague us are of a scale that cannot be solved by the scions of the Seventh Dawn alone. No, what is needed to tackle the root of the primal threat and effectively counter the schemes of the Ascians is a new, expanded organization that operates beyond the limitations of nations and borders. If you would aid me in building such an organization, then pray let us continue this discussion within the walls of the Rising Stones. Sure, whatever, man. Let's see what your big idea is. See what you got. What have you been up to, pal? Have you been playing any games lately? You've been playing games? Which ones? Been playing Albion or in Fortnite? And League of Legends. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, League of Legends is fun. I've been thinking about trying League of Legends again. I might do it once in a while. Some League of Legends. That would be fun. That would be great. Casual, though. No hardcore. Not ranked. Gotta be casual these days. I'm too old for hardcore. Thank you for coming, Will. The world shifts and alters, and we, my friend, must ever be one step ahead of the chaos. What I propose is the formation of a new organization, a group that shall pave the way for a truly united Eorzea. Let's see, I'll take that. How do I moderate? I don't know how to moderate that. Oh well, no big deal. Pray forgive if I tread over old ground, but I would first speak of the grand plan. Since the advent of the seventh astral era, the leaders of the three nations have been deliberating over an accord that seeks to bring the disparate forces of Eorzea together into a single entity. A realm-wide grand company, if you will. The military might of such an institution would be drawn from every corner of the land and directed against threats that no single nation could hope to overcome alone. Yet while the purpose of this hypothetical organization is undisputed, the logistics of its formation have become the source of endless debate. And the longer these discussions continue, the more I sense the impetus towards unification draining away. Thus have I been campaigning for the creation of what might be considered a trial company. It will be on a much smaller scale than what we hope to eventually achieve, but capable of the same matter of unrestricted operation accorded to the Scions. 'Tis my hope that the successful utilization of such a force will lend momentum to the lagging deliberations. Also, being a primarily military outfit, I can assuage fears of its misuse by placing the fledgling organization under the authority of the antecedent. The Scions work tirelessly to protect Eorzea and its people. But as you yourself have witnessed with the refugee revolt, there are limitations to what even we can achieve. With this new company under the Scion's command, however, we will be capable of responding to a wider range of difficulties without straining our resources or overtaxing our formidable talents. The goals of my proposed organization and those of the Scions are ultimately identical, a point conceded by all concerned. But before I can move forward with establishing this precursor to the true border-spanning Grand Company, 'tis yet necessary that I visit the three leaders and gain their official approval. A tiresome and time-consuming task, which is why I would ask that you accompany me on the journey and attend to the business of recruiting our inaugural members, while I am otherwise engaged with bureaucratic formalities. Sure, why not? Thank you. 'Tis reassuring indeed to know that the bringer of light and his discerning eye will be selecting our future allies. Our first destination will be Limsa Laminsa. Let us rendezvous at Bulwark Hall. Let's do it! Gonna make a new guild! Gonna make a new grand company with this elf man. We're gonna teleport to Limsa Laminsa. Look at my guy. He's so badass looking. I can't wait to get some different armor though. Like the armor I have now, I've been using it for like a few days. Realm-wide Grand Company. I forgot all about this part of the story. It's been years since I played this. There you are. I'm ready to ascend the bridge and speak with Admiral Blowsvin. While the Admiral and I are finalizing permissory boundaries and signing parchments, I would have you begin the recruitment process in earnest. I have, of course, endeavored to spread the word of our organization through various channels, but I believe a personal approach will reach many who may otherwise remain ignorant of the opportunity. As for potential members, 'tis of no matter should they already be pledged to another institution, only that they are willing to lend their strength when the situation demands it, and you needn't range into the countryside. The upper decks alone are populated with sufficient candidates to suit our purpose. Once you're satisfied with your recruiting efforts, meet me at the airship ticket counter, that we might prepare for the next leg of our journey. Yeah, Final Fantasy XIV. This is the MMORPG of Final Fantasy. It's pretty good. It's very heavily story-based, and it's very single-player until the later stages. Like, I can pop into a party and play with other people, but the story part of it is always by yourself. So it's like probably 200 to 300 hours of story, which is a lot, but it's a lot of story. It's tons of story. Let me see. My current playtime, 9 days, 7 hours, 8 minutes. That is calculator. 9 times 24. 216 hours I've been playing, and I'm not even halfway done. So it's probably like 500 hours of story on this game. It is absolutely crazy. Okay, let's go to the upper decks. Absolutely crazy. And that's on purpose too, because well, the first 60 levels are free. Like, you can play free version for the first 60 levels. And then after that, it costs like $15 a month, which is a lot for some people. Why don't I play Throne and Liberty? I don't like Throne and Liberty. I just don't like it. I think I don't agree with the monetization of it. I don't really like the combat system, even though this combat system is very similar. And I don't know, I don't trust the developers as much. Like, I trust these guys that make this game. I think the hard work that went into this game is very, it's very is very good. Like, these people worked really hard on this game. I don't really feel the same way about Throne of Liberty. I don't know. I just don't have the right vibe for it. Who in the bloody else do you think you're talking to, Drylander? I'm a pirate, not some sodden knight in shining plate. Actually, if you're looking for a self-righteous fop, try knocking on that dandy Carvelane's door. I guess she's not interested in joining the Grand Company. I really like the PvE in this game too. I like the raids. The raids are really fun. And I like the anime style. I really like anime, and Final Fantasy XIV is very anime-like. I don't know. I think about playing Albion sometimes too. I feel like the meta on Albion is pretty stale though. Like, they don't come out with new weapons very often, and usually the new weapons are really unbalanced. And there's not a lot of PvE in Albion. I wish there was more killing monsters in Albion Online. I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's good for casual players. I feel like Albion is way too hardcore. Like, it's very PvP oriented. And I don't know. I mean, that's not a bad thing. It's good to have good PvP. Like, this game has terrible PvP. And I don't know. Guild Wars 2 is another good one. Guild Wars 2 has good PvE and good PvP. And a good story and good mechanics and stuff. Like, Guild Wars 2 is so great. But I just like this game a little bit more than Guild Wars 2. I don't know. Every game has its good parts and bad parts, I guess. A precursor to a United Eorzean Grand Company. I mean, I might think about playing other games when I finish this one, honestly. Like, if I finish Final Fantasy XIV and I run out of things to do, then I'll start looking at other games and see if I can play other games. But right now, I want to finish the story on this character. And then after that, probably I'll do something else. While I do admire the scope of your ambition, my responsibilities here at Naldik and Vilemes keep me close to the forge. I have not the time to be traipsing hither and yon across the realm. Should you require my skills as an armorer, however, I might be willing to accept some special commissions. So she's not interested. Dang, recruiting is hard. Recruiting is very hard. Yeah, I don't know. I still really like Albion. I still do really like it. I think it's a great game. I'm just doing this one for now. I feel like this game has to improve its classes though, and its gear. Like, this game is one of those games where all the gear gets outdated as soon as there's a new patch. It's like as soon as they release new story and a new expansion, the item level goes up, just like in World of Warcraft. So it's not fun. I'd never forget a venturer brave enough or daft enough to seek the shortcut into Titan's bedchamber. You remember old Real, don't ya? Formerly of the Company of Heroes, 3 whistles at Bronze Lake. It ain't often I drag me arse out to Limsa for a drink, but I'm glad I did. How you fare these days? You're looking to put together a new crew. Top tier work. Sounds like a right lark it does. Alrighty lad, count me in. The heroes might have gone their separate ways, but I ain't ready to climb into me grave just yet. That's fun. So we have one person interested. Oops. I guess this is kind of an older game too. Like, people prefer newer games in general. Albion is tiring. I get that. It's very grindy. It's very grindy. And the PvP, like, you have to be good at the PvP to really enjoy Albion. Like, you have to get kills in the Black Zone to enjoy Albion. That's like a hard requirement. It's like you could be a gatherer or a crafter or whatever, but it's not as much fun. A lot of people prefer the PvP. Okay, there's 2 more people that I have to recruit. Let's see what's going on. Here they are. I thought about trying to make like a top 100 guild in Albion. Like I feel like that's a fun goal, but I don't have the time. Like my schedule is very limited because of my job. So anything I do, I can't really put all of my energy into anything. Like when I tried to play with one step at a time, I just couldn't play I couldn't play at night, and I needed to be able to play at night. I don't know. Jeez, everybody's saying no. There's only one guy that said yes. I guess that's realistic. I like the character artwork on this game too. The artwork on this game is very good. I really like the way the characters look. And sometimes that matters to people. Like my best friend in real life, he will not touch a game if he doesn't like how the things look. Like he's never played World of Warcraft because he doesn't like the character models and he doesn't like how the characters look. So why is he going to spend 100 hours playing a game that he thinks is ugly, you know? This is a very pretty game. It's very good looking. So that's always nice. Master Alphino's new organization. Yes, I had heard the formation of his trial company was in the offing. 'Tis with regret, however, that I must decline your invitation. As commander of the Yellow Jackets, the protection of Limsa Lominsa must needs receive my full attention. Fair enough, that makes sense. He's got a bigger responsibility. Yeah, this game, Final Fantasy XIV is not the greatest game for being in a guild, because there's nothing for guilds to do on this game. There's no PvP, there's no large scale, like 20 versus 20s or 10 versus 10s like you have in Albion. And it's all story, and it's all like raiding, which is parties of 8. And once you have more than 8 people, then you don't really need any more people, because, I mean, that's all you get. So, I don't know. Recruiting the realm. So now going to the airship landing. What do you think of Throne and Liberty? Is it a good game? Like, do you like Throne and Liberty? I feel like the gear progression in Throne and Liberty is really difficult. Like, it costs a lot of like real life money to get good gear in that game, I think. I have tried it though. I tried it. I didn't like it that much. Your recruiting went well, I trust. I'm curious as to how my proposal was received by the rough and ready folk of Limsa Lominsa. A member of the legendary company of heroes indicated his interest. Astonishing. I knew enlisting your aid was the right choice. Few could boast the acquaintance of such an elusive character. I, too, was successful in my task. The Admiral consented to sign all the documents requiring her approval. I can only hope that my visit with the Elder Seedseer proceeds as smoothly. Pray continue on to Gridania at your own pace. Yes, but the graphics are perfect. I can see that. I can see Throne and Liberty is a very pretty game. It's a very good-looking game. Pray continue the Gridania at your own pace. I shall await your arrival at Nafika's altar. Okay. This is a big runaround because I don't even remember this company that he's talking about making. So, like, it's definitely not something that stays in the story forever. I'll think about it. I'll think about giving it another try. It'll have to be in a little while though, because I'd like to finish this playthrough of this game. But we'll see. Dragon Age. Been a while since I've played any Dragon Age. Maybe Monster Hunter could be fun. Have you ever tried Monster Hunter? Apparently, Monster Hunter Wild is good. Monster Hunter Wilds. I've thought about playing that game too. That's pretty good. I like Monster Hunter. I haven't played it in years though. It's been many years since I played Monster Hunter. You'd like to? Let's get to that Conjurer's Guild. My audience with the Elder Seed Seer is due to commence momentarily. I would be grateful if you would once more see to the task of recruitment here in Gridania. After you deem the well of potential candidates has run dry, let us rendezvous at the airship ticket counter as before. Why is this guy obsessed with going to the airship? It's like... Why the airship, man? We're not using it, we're teleporting. Oh well. Yeah, I think there are other games that are better to play with other people than this one. Like this game is very solo, and even at the end game doesn't last very long. It's not a game that you can like pick up and play forever. Can it truly be you? By what fickle fortune? Your favorite right now is the finals. Let me look at that up. I'm gonna look that up. The finals. What's that? Google for me. The Finals, Season 6. Free-to-play first-person shooter developed and published by Nexon subsidiary Embark Studios. The game focuses on team-based matches on maps with a destructible environment where players are encouraged to use the dynamic environment to their advantage. Okay. Let me check out some gameplay of it. Free-to-play first-person shooter. I'm looking at it. The finals gameplay. I want to see more of the gameplay.
So today we're trying something we haven't done in it since I've been playing this for the last few days. I'm actually like remembering why I ate this up so much when it dropped, and it's because the dynamics at play here are just frankly crazy, and there's nothing like it in the industry with this level of destruction.
You got a healing class.
It's my fault. I missed like 90% of my shots, but still.
Huh.
Oh, I didn't even get him with it.
You've got healing in this game. That's
So
nice.
I actually got to play at a
And it takes a while to kill people. That's kind of cool too.
Running with that updated suite of game modes.
It's not like insta kills
mechanics,
like
everything.
in other
And
games.
I want to tell you about it because it's kind of crazy. Oh, I'm getting lit up. I'm just trying to run. Why is the heavy dude carrying it?
Looks like it's made in like Source
So thus
Engine
far,
or
they
something.
released a Season 6 trailer, which you're seeing on screen now. And it basically outlines a few key ideas, but I can report that there's a lot more going on here than initially meets the eye. They're adding new weapons, new sponsors, a new stadium, a new version of the Las Vegas Stadium. It's a full-scale transformation of the original version.
I'm not that much of a shooting game person. Like, I don't really like shooting games that much. It's so funny. You think they're funny? Okay. So is there like good writing? It kind of reminds me of Overwatch, which is nice. It seems like it's trying to do like the team-based shooting, which is kind of cool. I'm still not that much of a shooting game player. I don't know. Grandfather, you must call it a day. Let us return to the guild and let rest ere your tormented back gives up on you for good. I'm terribly sorry. We were just... Oh, well, isn't it? Well, isn't it? It has been some time since our paths crossed outside of Copperbell Mines. Why, you were barely more than a novice adventurer then, but look how far you've come. Mother Mione tells me it was you who felled the fearsome Black Wolf. And now you seek stout-hearted souls to fill the ranks of a new order? Well, your cause is undoubtedly just, and my old companion here will be much relieved to see me in good hands. I'll do it. This is the very thing I've spent my entire adventuring career working towards. I shall join your company just as soon as I've seen Isildur safely home. Great. More people are saying yes here in Gridania than in Limbs of Laminsa. I guess that's characteristic of the locations. A bunch of pirates don't want to be saving the world, but a bunch of peaceful Gridanians probably do want to save the world. You would offer this old man a place in your company of champions? I am both puzzled and honored by your invitation. Pray forgive me, young master, but I cannot accept. Oh, he's saying no. I have sworn to abide here for whatever scant years remain to me, and bear responsibility for the evils my lady has wrought upon this land. Very well, buddy. One last check the first descendant. Okay, sure. 1 second. The first descendant gameplay. Give me that. Is it another shooting game? It's another shooting game.
And more of a way for higher level players to continue grinding. Everything's just level 100.
This is like
There's no side paths or secrets in the missions.
So this is like kind of like Borderlands, where you're grinding for loot. Kind of like Warframe. I think Warframe is another one.
You need a ton of resources for each one. A few to the players. I love it when a game, doesn't care about my time. Some of the store prizes are
That's funny.
at all. It's perfectly possible, but it does feel like you're getting bombarded with things the game wants you to buy.
Man, I really don't like shooting games. There's so many of them. There's so many shooting games. Shooting games are just like reaction speed contests. Like, whoever presses the button first wins. It's not fun. I don't like that. Tis not often a guild officer such as myself gets recruited, and this company of yours certainly sounds to have some promise, but its duties appear less than focused. You must refuse your invitation until such time as your organization is more organized. I guess that makes sense. I want to join an something established. Alright, now we're going to the airship landing. I want to get through the story. Thank you for showing me what else is out there, though. I appreciate you telling me about these other games, because I would have never heard of them. You know? Would have never heard of them if you hadn't told me. I think Albion's probably... I don't know. I like Albion. I like this game and I like Albion. I'm not really interested in playing anything else. Monster Hunter maybe, but even that, not really. It's very grindy. I mean, this game is a giant grind too. Every game's a grind. Where's the airship? It's downstairs. What news, Will? For my part, the Elder Seeds here was most amenable to our requirements. A former wood whaler and a seasoned adventurer, our company will not lack for variety, that much is certain. An interesting harvest indeed. Shall we strike into Ulda whilst the iron is hot? Let us meet at the Royal Promenade and endeavor to conclude our remaining business. Our journey draws to a close. Alpha, no, nobody wants to join your dumb guild thing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to play a different game, if I'm being honest. Like, this game is great, don't get me wrong, but if I want to stream, nobody wants to watch this game on a stream. Like, just to be honest, like, people would rather watch League of Legends and Fortnite and stuff like that. So I'm fully aware that this is not the best game to play. Ul'dah, the Gilded City, where one fortune denies one's worth. I hope some manner of fortune is with us, and that this final leg proves as successful as the previous two. Might I suggest descending to the lower level before beginning your recruitment efforts? I do not think the Sultana will take kindly to us poaching from her personal guard. The predecessor is the new lull? You think it's that good? Wait. The predecessor... The new lull. What does that mean? Predecessor. Let's see. It looks like a shooting game.
So that's all three.
Oh, it's okay. That's a team shooter in the format of League of Legends. So it's like Smite, basically. You ever heard of Smite? Because that's a game that's done the same thing. They made third person skill based kind of navigating League of Legends, but from behind the character. Smite did that, but I don't know. I didn't like Smite either. Didn't like Smite. I had a friend who played Smite for a while. He got to like probably around Diamond in rank. Okay, let me teleport here. What is this? Okay, Gladiators Guild. Yeah, I don't know. You don't know any other games? Sorry, it's okay. You're the man who came to Little Alamigo looking for that masked devil. Who knows what might have happened if you hadn't? I'd probably be dead, and a whole lot more of my friends besides. We were such fools. That disaster really got me to thinking about our homeland and about the outsider who saved us from ourselves. I realized how easily I'd been manipulated and vowed to make myself a more worldly man. So here I am. A new company of champions, and you say it will take me into all corners of the realm? That sounds exactly like the kind of opportunity I need. And don't worry, I'm not the same stripling you met in Little Alamigo. I've prepared myself to fight the evil I now know is out there. Awesome. I like that these old characters are coming back into the story and like joining and helping out. I think that's very cool. Okay, let's move to the Weaver's Guild, Miners Guild. I mean, there are people that stream this game, but I think they're few and far between. I don't think that, like, I don't think it's gonna be realistic to have viewers on this game. What a happy coincidence. Do you remember me perchance? I am Orson of the Church of St. Adama Lindama. Thank you again for your timely rescue. And I must also thank you for preventing that fraudulent priest from preying on dry bones less fortunate. A most upsetting business. Are you here with your companion, Thancred, wasn't it? Ah, 'tis new companions you seek. Your proposed organization sounds a powerful force for good, but my place is at the church with the children. Nevertheless, I wish you well in this undertaking. I'm sorry, you wish to recruit me? Is this some new fashion manner of propositioning a lady? I'm afraid you are wasting your time. This lady is already spoken for. Good day to you, sir. Why would I want to recruit that person? She's not a warrior, she's not a fighter. He's staring at clothes all day. You'd be surprised what rumors drift down to Pearl Lane. I know of this glorious new company of yours and just how far I'd go to avoid getting involved with it. Whispers on the street say your organization is funded by corrupt coin, by syndicate money. If you think you're recruiting for a just cause, then you're a bigger fool than I took you for. Gosh. Stay woke, man. Stay woke. Company that looks to cure the ills of the realm entire. Listen, friend, I can scarce bear the complaints of the next stall over, let alone the conundrums of a neighboring nation. I guess that's a no. Very well. Gone to pieces. What is this? Disciple of the Hand, level 30, got it. Albion's calling my name, man. Maybe Albion is the game I should be playing. I don't know. League of Legends is good too. There are some decent good League of Legends players, like people that play League of Legends for their stream, but maybe that's saturated. I don't know. I don't know. Saturated. Everything is saturated. Everything is saturated. How fared you, Will? What hidden gems did the streets of Ul'dah offer up your unrelenting gaze? A single Alamegan youth. Well, you've certainly given us an admirable start, even if our ranks are somewhat yet thin. In these troubled years following the calamity, talk of Eorzea's salvation must seem akin to grasping at clouds. But there are those who have risen to the challenge nonetheless, and the hope that inspires these people was born in no small part from the victories you yourself have won. Thank you, Will. I will not squander the precious gift you have placed into my keeping. These recruits will become the foundation of a new beginning. Why? And yes, we are free to begin. As you have no doubt surmised, the Sultana also graced my trial company with her blessings. Our first wave of recruitment is over, the documents signed and the finances secure. There is naught to prevent me from taking the next step. Why are you even doing... Why don't you just stay on the Scions? You were concerned by the Syndicate's involvement? As was I. Thus was the origin of every coin of their contribution carefully scrutinized and recorded. This organization will not be built on corruption. Naturally, I would prefer not to rely upon outside sources at all, but even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. As for the rumors and doubts surrounding this enterprise, well, such things shall plague us until the company has had a chance to prove its worth. It will not be an easy process, but we will earn people's trust one success at a time. Speaking of time, we should waste no more of it. Let us return to the Rising Stones and lay the first stone for a united Eorzea. I don't understand why he's doing all this.
Tell me, General, What think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity.
Duplicity, I don't know that word.
I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Kalechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'dah law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
Oh, she's mad.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing?
Damn.
What good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Aww. She's powerless. She lacks hope. Aww. Aww.
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
That's right. It's not over yet. It's not over till it's over. Okay, cool. Next up. There's a lot going on in this story. There's a lot going on. It's hard to keep track of it all. I'm gonna take a break here, so I'll be back in a few. Okay. Yeah, I need a break. I'm gonna take a few minutes. My friend's not coming over, so I should be able to keep streaming. Oh boy. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll be back. I was so sure that Albion was going to be the game that I would play forever. Until I started dying a lot. And I hate dying in PvP in Albion. I hate losing all the items. I hate how much all the items cost to buy back. I hate how much time it takes to make silver. Albion is just a very stressful game. Okay, more Final Fantasy XIV. This part of the game is kind of boring. That is not a journey I soon wish to repeat. But I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of all of our effort is at hand. I must see to the preparations of the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolize your services, Will. I am certain the antecedent will be relieved to see you free for our other duties. Greetings, Will. Alphino tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Scions shall certainly be grateful to have the support of such an organization. The inaugural ceremony is set to take place here at the Rising Stones. Tataru is cooperating with Alphino to see that all is in readiness, so I'm afraid the recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of new faces have arrived in Revenant's Toll of late, and I wonder if Sleftborn might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him and see if there is aught he requires? What to do. Gotta go with the flow, man. Right now I want to play this. That's what I'm gonna play. Right now I want this. I wish I could figure out a way to move this window somewhere else.
You may have guessed by now, the final player of the 5 is the jungler who roams the jungle area between the lanes, gaining their XP and gold from the monsters located there instead of lane minions like everyone else. More on the specifics of the jungle area and what's located there in a second, but the jungler will balance farming these camps
How to get this to work? Wind shift. Aha! There we go. Perfect. Just what I want. Oh, I love Windows. I freaking love Windows, man. Windows is the shit. Windows is awesome. It is awesome. Oh, man. Will Shocker. Oh, it's so much smaller. It is so much smaller. It is so small. What can I do for you, Will? I thought you'd have your hands full helping out this new army of Scions. I barely noticed your recruits arrive. 'Twas barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we have passed through here every day. While I appreciate your offer of aid, 'tis more your burden that concerns me. I'm told this trial company will answer directly to the antecedent, so I trust that means less work for you in the long run. Slefborn, the shipment, we couldn't... Gods, woman, what befell? We were bringing a shipment of Revenant's Toll, provisions earmarked for the frontier effort. But just as we sought to cross over into Mordona, we were set upon by brigands. I believe they may have been heretics. There were many, too many. We only escaped with our lives by abandoning the supplies. Pray forgive us. There is naught to forgive. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest, and I'll have someone along this to tend to those wounds. What to do? If heretics are involved, then this is like to be more than a case of simple thievery. Ishgard will need to be informed. Whence did these supplies originate? House Fortemps. We collected the provisions from Camp Dragonhead proper. Understood. I shall see that they are apprised of this development. Will, were you not on good terms with the Knights of House Fortemps? I will be sending them a missive immediately, of course, but I would also have you travel there and offer your considerable talents. Yes, I realize I contradict my earlier hopes to lighten your load, but I need someone who can help bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favorable relations with Ishgard are far too important to risk half measures. Very well. Thank you for your understanding. I'm certain Lord Hauschiffons will be glad of your assistance. Heretical harassment. Bummer. Well, if it isn't my fine friend Will Shocker. Would you care for a plate of roast carrucal? Some mulled wine? No. I see you've not come to my hall merely to escape the biting cold. And I was, in fact, on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Revenant's Toll, and I suspect the timing of your arrival is no coincidence.
The incident with the new frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest. Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurth's soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortemps does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies.
Hi, Queen Alexia. I'm not buying any artwork, so if you're selling artwork, I'm not interested. I'm sorry.
It was in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. The shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here on Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait?
I wonder what
Allone's
this part.
blessings be upon you.
Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons? It might be otherwise. But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
Been here recently. Will, welcome, welcome. You shall be pleased to know that the repairs to Stone Vigil proceed apace. We shall rebuild sure and strong, that the Dravanians might better themselves senseless against our shields in the west. I would venture, however, that matters of masonry are not what brought you to Whitebrim. On the trail of a band of thieving heretics, you say? By the Fury, but you do seem destined to cross paths with those villains. I must confess then, 'tis a sad truth that the wilds hereabouts have indeed grown thick with their number. They strike swiftly, without warning, and are canny enough to evade our most able trackers. But 'tis not merely their newfound organization that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem somehow changed. I know not what matters of influence this Iceheart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grip of righteous fervor. 'Tis an unsettling, unnatural zeal. Mayhap we would care to question one of their recent victims. As fate would have it, your arrival came moments after a trader was waylaid on the road. A patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow, and carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he has regained the use of his faculties, the merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task. Wonderful. So where is it? gotta be in here. Somewhere. Tell you what happened? Why, yes, of course. I'm quite recovered enough for that. Anything to help catch those cowardly Blackhearts. I was traveling my usual route to Whiteburn Front when a sudden blow sent me reeling. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground and several heretics were rifling through my cargo, arms, armor, crystals. They were taking everything. 'Twas then that one of them noticed my bleary gaze and stalked over to better acquaint my head with his mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I distinctly heard the words, "Return to Snowcloak." I dare say that is where they were hauling my goods, but you'll not catch me rushing off in pursuit. They tell me 'twas a miracle I survived it all, and I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. Snowcloak, huh? I feel like that's familiar. I kind of remember Snowcloak. Draw your weapon, foul. Wait, I recognize you, adventurer. You are coming and seeking heretics. We share a common purpose. We were on patrol when we chanced across one of their raiding parties and pursued them here. By rights, we should have had them cornered in this ravine, yet they're gone, vanished like icy wraiths. Here she is. Well, it appears I owe you my thanks once again. The surviving knights spared no detail in their report. The men you found near Snowcloak were some of my finest. That they should be bested so handily I fear I have woefully underestimated the threat of these heretics pose. While I understand you might balk at the notion, I must ask that you put aside your mission and consider the stolen provisions lost to us for now. 'Twill be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may well be the very lair of our enemy. Pray return to Dragonhead and inform Lord Haurchefant of your discoveries. He will wish to plan contingencies of his own. As for Iceheart and her fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice for long. Whew! Back to Camp Dragonhead, let's go.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody. But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart? Indeed, and this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
That's kind of him. He's being very kind. Now where to? Mordona. Revenant's Toll. Jinx Rocket, love it. Love that. Jinx Rocket. That's funny. Thanos' disciple. Well, 'tis good to see you return to the Toll. How fared you in the frozen waste of Kurthus? How's Fortenses to send us a second shipment? I must send thanks to Lord Haurchefant for his continued generosity. Yet even as our town grows in prosperity, I feel it will attract ever greater numbers to those who would do us harm in the name of greater power. All of us, Alphino's new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats. Money. Money. While you were away in Kurthus, preparations for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed, although Tataru does yet seem somewhat flustered. I've taken enough of your time. Why don't you head into the Rising Stones and see if your frantic receptionist could do with a hand? These parchments need to be sorted, and these documents, why are they even here? Oh, I am sorely tempted to file the lot in my waste paper basket. Ah, Will, you startled me. You wish to lend a hand? Splendid. Would you be a dear and hand these uniforms to the new recruits? They're scattered about Revenant's Toll, and I haven't the time to track them all down. The recruits know to don their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stones. You'll want to report directly back to Alphino if you don't want to miss the ceremony. I wonder if the Scions will ever have matching uniforms. A well-funded organization is a well-dressed organization, I suppose. Oh dear. Those who believe in this company will see no riches or short-sighted fools. Those who believe this company will see no riches are short-sighted fools. The giving of oneself is an investment in the future. Thus did I sign my name to the cause. These uniforms were a splendid idea. Once our organization has made a name for itself, there shall be wealth aplenty in selling replica costumes to the adoring masses. Jeez, that guy's from Ul'dah.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one.
Crystal Braves.
Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
Ooh, that's a new sick salute. That is sweet. I want that salute.
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur.
Please, antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready.
The Crystal Braves. I love it.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions. Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12. I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death. Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well? I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans?
Nope.
Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidelin silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
That does not look good. That's kinda eh. That is cool as heck. But it's only for mages. Dun-dun-dun-dun. It's Ulda, I think. No, it's Kurthus. Very good. See that the provisions are prepared for transport. Let us hope that this shipment is spared the fate of the last. The winds are uncommon fierce this day. First time seeing this guy. The Holy Seer, I think. So that must have been the end of a patch. And that must have been a cliffhanger. 2:30, huh? Do I want to keep playing? Of course I do, but is there anything else that I want to do?
What about your beak? Do you even know
what's up? I am Wilshocker, going live at twitch.tv/Wilshocker and youtube.com/@Wilshocker. Be sure to check us out and stop in and say hi.
Do you even know what's...
Hey, you guys.
Oh, I'm already here. Oh, shit. Oh!
I want you to tell TikTok what you just did. I opened the door for a delivery person, and here is your daily dose.
Someone said to me, like, how much time do you spend sitting alone in your car outside the gas station? And I was like, I know you're saying that to, like, be mean to me, but that's what I enjoy doing. And who...
Okay. Nah, I don't really need to take a break or anything. Nah, maybe I should. Okay, I'll take a break. Ooh! Damn, I need light.
If you have a hard time drawing with your mouse, making digital art,
Get ready with me.
disappears.
300 times his salary. This one I picture. Mr. Johnson, we accidentally paid you $180,000 instead of $500. We need you to come back in and... Worker disappears.
Think you
democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
And parents will get upset at Bluey because apparently the level of parenting in that show makes them feel inadequate about the job they are doing with their own children, which is incredible to me. Bluey goes for 7 minutes an episode. That's why the parenting's great. You are getting a highlight reel of their day. Every parent has a solid 7 minutes in them a day. Let's be honest, if Bluey went for 10 minutes an episode, at some point the dad would walk into another room and yell cunt into a pillow. All right, because that is truly what parenting is about.
April 20th, Insurrection Act, martial law, Curtis Yarvin, Mencius Moldbug, technocracy.
Oh, blasting sandstorms. I guess it's back into the bottle again. Maybe it'll only be a few centuries.
Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3.
I got a cookie. AJ, you got 2 cookies.
I got no cookies.
Now you didn't get a cookie. AJ, that's so sweet.
Thank you.
That's so nice.
Yeah. And now I have a cookie because you gave me one.
Good job sharing.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Aww, good job.
Hey, you're the best.
You're literally above the head. Why do we need this much water for 3? Shit! Fuck! No, don't go fast! Fuck! Don't go fast!
Jet, y'all. Joe Jet bringing in.
I'm in the deepest section of my underground tunnel system for the first time in a year, and we have a surprise.
Water.
I'm in the deepest section
Why?
of my underground.
That's right, the top card in the newest Japanese.
Pooh, no rivals. We're taking a bit of a rivals break from right now. See what they can do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and Emmys, we have Bernie Sanders and AOC in the building. I went to Japan, and I got both of you guys gifts. This one's for you. This is a Palestinian movement in Japan.
Thank you.
Solidarity with Palestine, and this is a little train for public transit. I have a Japanese Comedy Party pin for you as well, but unfortunately, because I went over there and I checked out their headquarters. You guys are about to go up and speak at another one of the rallies that you've been doing, the Fighting Oligarchy Tour. What are you guys trying to accomplish with these rallies? Let's get started.
I think that the kind of moment that we're in, and also something that Trump was able to exploit, was really practicing, even though he doesn't believe in working class politics, they had a very focused working class strategy. And I think for a while, like, Democratic Party clearly wasn't effective at that, wasn't successful at that. And I think one of the things that we're here to do is to actually rally a class conscious movement to bring people together and to show that we can fight for a better future, not in marginalizing and attacking marginalized people, but actually in rejecting the differences that we have to come together in common cause and to organize folks.
I agree. This country faces the worst set of crises that we have faced in a very, very, very long time. We are looking at a nation which is now oligarchic. And they don't hide it. I mean, I must give them credit for that. Mr. Musk, the richest guy in the world, is running all over the place, cutting the needs of veterans, cutting after Social Security. In addition to Musk, he got 13 nominees on Trump to head major agencies who are all billionaires. So you got a government, clearly, no embarrassment of the billionaire class, by the billionaire class, for the billionaire class. And then what is, I would hope, would be upsetting to all Americans, no matter conservative about this. You got a president who's moving us very rapidly into an authoritarian form of society. I mean, you don't sue media in America because they say something bad about you.
Stop licking the... What are you doing? I hate when people ask me if this is going my hair. Doesn't it? The limited edition. These are...
Alright, we're gonna try the Gen 2 filter one more time. This time, I'm just gonna go right for it. Whooper is number 1. Whooper's a number 1. If Lugia gets in there, it's fine. We'll save number 2. Umbreon 3 is fine. I don't know how to find any other filters on here, so that's why I'm continuing to do this one. And I also just really love Gen 2, so we're gonna skip there. We actually have 3 skips here. Ladybug, it's a good solid 5. Very cute Mon. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, Entei is pretty sick. I'm gonna put Entei at number 2 because we're not getting Lugia now. We're for sure not getting Lugia, right? Okay. I think that's fine. This is pretty tough. Now we have to go 8, 9, and 10 slots. Houndoom is, I don't know, maybe a solid 9. This one's tough. This is tough. Kingdra will go 10. Hoot Hoot, it's cool. Let's just see what we get for skip. Zatu's cool. One last skip. Alright. Remoraid, I guess, is going to number 8.
Alright, we got a special surprise.
Surprise for Amari.
Yay! Okay, mommy's gonna look, okay? 1, 2, 3. Mommy has a cookie. Oh, wait. Okay, Amari's turn. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Open it. Wow! Amari has 2 cookies. Yay! Let's see what Daddy has. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh no! I don't have a cookie. Daddy don't have no cookies. What do I do, Mari? What do we do? Daddy don't have no cookies. Mari has 2 cookies. Mommy has 1 cookie. But Daddy don't have no cookies. Can I have a cookie? You give Daddy a cookie? Oh, you're nice. It's okay. Ready? Cookie.
Aww.
Alright, we got a special surprise.
Surprise for Amari.
Okay, mommy's gonna look, okay? 1, 2, 3. Mommy has...
And Elvis.
Have you seen Message to Americans? Take 2 seconds and type in Message to Americans in your search bar. Apparently there are people in the world that want to warn Americans about something.
Run. That's what they want. Run from the truth. Run from the warnings. Run from the history screaming at us.
So search Message to Americans.
today.
Hey, I'm thinking about getting Trump. I want to get one.
I think the most important part.
It's not meant to be blurry.
What happens when one alcoholic...
I am so tired of telling people to take this moment in time seriously. And if you don't believe me, this just might change your mind. There have only been 3 major revolutions in human history, and we are experiencing one right now. The first one was agriculture, right? For hundreds of thousands of years, people lived on the move, trying to survive without ever settling because we didn't have agriculture. Once agriculture happened, we never again lived that way. Never again. We never again lived where we couldn't settle down. We always had to be on the move, hunting and gathering. That revolution changed the trajectory of human history because now we live a totally different way. We have created
After Knox, what's up?
now based on the fact that we can settle.
How are you? I guess I'll do some more Final Fantasy 14. I'm just kind of taking a break right now.
The second one was the Industrial Revolution, when we came up with electricity. Imagine living in a time where you had no electricity before, and now there are light bulbs on every street corner. And we will never go back to a time before the Industrial Revolution. We now have technology that enables us to build things we could never build before. Life will never be the same after the Industrial Revolution. We will never go back to knowing what it's like without some things like electricity. And now, number 3, the one we are currently still going through, which is the technology revolution, the information revolution, with the introduction of the internet, and right now, especially AI. In just a couple more decades, we will no longer have people that know what it's like to live without the internet. I'm one of the last generations who knows what life was like before the internet. I got to experience a little bit of life before the internet. And obviously same with AI, but there's gonna come a couple of decades where the generations had no concept of what it was like before the internet and before AI. And when these revolutions happen, right, this is the 3rd time ever in history of humankind that a revolution like this is happening, is experiencing, and people aren't running, jumping in feet first to understand and leverage this technology to be one of the first ever. Blows my mind. AI single-handedly catapulted me into millionaire status. I was making around $30,000 a month, and now I make over 6 figures a month because I've automated my entire business using AI. It reaches out to clients for me on my behalf, pitches my services for me, has a back-and-forth conversation with this potential client, and closes them right there on the email or schedules a call with me. It has eliminated the entire need to have cold call centers because AI does the entire work for me. And this is where we are going to see people explode into billionaire, trillionaire status because they know how to leverage this technology and becoming one of the first people ever to do it. The amount of money to be made out there in technology, in AI, without having to have any sort of degree. I don't have a degree. I'm a C average student with no degree. Just taking advantage of this insane opportunity that generates for another thousands and thousands of years. There won't be another revolution for thousands and thousands of years. And we are human. Do you understand how insanely lucky that is? For the love of God. Get on board with AI. Leverage that technology. It's the most user-friendly technology we've ever even come across, right? You can use Google, you can use AI. And I promise, AI isn't going to take your job, but somebody using AI, if you are not, will. This time, it's like maddening. It's maddening. We're in it right now. Please, please, please take advantage. I am so tired of telling people to take this
Yeah, I see where she's coming from. I kind of get it, but at the same time, it's like, it's not fun. It's not fun to work with AI. Alright, let's see what's up next. Alright, okay, here we are. Try as I might, it cannot shake a creeping sense of dark foreboding, but it avails us not to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. The primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summoned them were under constant surveillance by the grand companies. Should any suspicious activity be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. Is this flight safe? Yeah, it is. It's totally safe. Okay, cool. And until such time as a permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. As for the Asians, Urianger is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the Dark Beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all of this you knew already. Let us speak more of current matters, in particular the state of the Crystal Braves. Alphino did well to found the organization, but ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely. Though I doubt not that he is doing his best, I felt that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end, I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he can be, independent to a fault, and singularly loath to accept help. Save, of course, when that help comes from you. Alphino has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him and support him in whatever manner you are able. Let's see, who is here? Tataru. I'm gonna stop here. Actually, I need to go lay down. I'm gonna... Ah, man, I don't know. I'm just tired. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I entrusted its resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Ilberd. Tell him that I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance.
Hail to you, Scion. How might we serve you? Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us? These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own. That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence. Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the Grand Companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning.
I have to go. I have to lay down.
Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this ivy had coiled itself around every part of the immortal flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge, but we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root. Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purpose by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-man army like you.
I gotta go. I really have to lay down. Gotta lay down. I've gotta get going. Thank you for watching.